Hey, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Joining the Crew, a One Piece podcast. So on this episode, number 4 of the podcast, we are going to talk about episodes 95 through 110. So I think that's just 15 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good math, bro.
Yeah, I did that on the fly with my brain.
I was making fun of you for how long it took you.
I know. Leave me alone. Okay. Anyways, I'm Jamin, your host. I'm joined with me, as always, by my girlfriend, Megan.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
So, we actually watched some One Piece this time. Our last episode was just kind of we goofed and didn't watch anything, and we reviewed some reviews on IMDb. Check that episode out if you're curious how that went. But this is a smaller sample size of episodes to work with, so we probably won't. There's not as much to go in depth about and talk about, so yeah. Let's look at the episodes. Because, Megan, do you remember anything that happened in the last couple episodes that we watched?
Yes, I do.
All right, tell us about it.
So, I remember that they were locked in this cage that Luffy and the smoker guy, they couldn't bust out of it or use their powers or anything because it's made out of dead sea or sea water. Something about it was
Sea Prism Stone.
Yes. So it had the same effects on them as water, and so they couldn't bust up out of it. Also, I remember that somehow Vivi came in there and she helped them, and they got a crocodile that had the key, and they got themselves out. The crocodile came up and they got the key out of the crocodile somehow or something. I don't know. And a crocodile broke its teeth trying to bite on the cage.
Mm-hmm.
And also I remember that Smoker was going to drown as well as Luffy, but Luffy told Zoro,
yeah,
to go down there and get him. And Zoro did because that's his captain and he follows the rules, what his captain says. And somebody was like, "Why'd you do that?" And he said, "Because my captain told me to."
Yep.
And then Smoker decided since he saved them, he wasn't going to have his Marines go get him. He was like, it's fine.
Yeah, and he said, "I'll let you off this one time, Straw Hat, but next time I'm going to get you." Something like that.
Yeah.
So so you remember that's what we watched very recently, like a couple nights ago. Let's start from the beginning. So, Ace and Luffy, warm memories and brotherly bonds. That's the last episode, or that's the first episode that we watched that we haven't talked about. So we remember Ace, right?
Yeah,
we met
Ace,
his
brother.
Actually, on the podcast number 2, we talked about Ace, but in this one, he's looking for. Do you remember who he's looking for?
He's looking for his captain, which is another pirate.
Nope, not looking for his captain.
Oh.
He's looking for Blackbeard, who was a member of his crew that killed another crew member. So now he has to track him down, because Ace is the 3rd Division commander, I think, of the Whitebeard Pirates. And so Blackbeard was under his command, and he killed another crewmate, so it's kind of Ace's job to take care of him.
Gotcha.
So he's looking for Blackbeard, and that's why he's in Alabasta, because Blackbeard's on the same kind of trail that Luffy's on, as far as which islands he's going to. So Ace is there searching around and talking to people, but he just happens to meet Luffy up there. So they have their brotherly talks and stuff like that, and all that good stuff goes down. Then the Green City, there's the Kung Fu Dugongs that Luffy beats up in a funny scene, and then they all they're the cute little things that they start to worship Luffy because he's so strong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when they first get to like the desert. That's fun. Then adventures in the country of sand, demons that live in the scorching earth. The Straw Hats plus Vivi and Ace continue through the desert facing many dangers of it. They have all them freaking like desert monsters that keep coming up. Like was there a big old snake? I think there was a big old
I
snake.
think so.
Or a lizard or something.
And a big old crab.
Yeah, the crab they ride on. That's later. That's fun. Then they have the pirates, the men who live free. They have the sand pirates that are just ride the sand, which Vivi has kind of a bond with one of them. Like
They played together as children.
Yes.
And,
Are you talking about No, you're probably talking about the rebel guy.
yeah.
Okay. There was a girl. Like, some of this stuff was kind of like non-canon, so the filler stuff we did kind of skip this time because, to be honest, Megan didn't really want to watch One Piece. Why didn't you want to watch it?
Well, you just always want to watch it like later, in the day.
Yeah.
And I'm tired then. And I want to go to sleep instead. And I know that I have to like really pay attention when we watch it so that I can be able to talk about it.
And you just don't want to do that.
Like when it's nighttime and we're getting close to bedtime, I don't want to pay attention. I want to like watch something where I can not pay attention as much.
Right. I got you.
And so we kept doing it at the end of the night instead of like the beginning of the night, and so I didn't want to.
I see.
Just a sleepy girl.
Yeah. Well, and it was kind of boring. I'll be honest with you. Some of the sand stuff is not so exciting. Like, I knew that once we got more to the Baroque work stuff and like crocodile fighting and all that kind of stuff, it would get more interesting and it would pick back up. There was kind of a lull there where we're trekking through the desert. The episodes are kind of the same. Like, we're still in the desert. Yeah. We're fighting creatures, and Luffy and them are all thirsty. It's like, okay, we've been here a couple episodes, like, we know what's going on. Let's just get to the more important stuff. Like, the rebels are going to fight. Let's get to that. So we did get to that kind of stuff. So at the Spider's Cafe, which I don't even remember this part when I watched it the first time. I remember Mr. One and the girl that's along with Mr. One. Don't remember what her name is. And Mr. 3 and, of course, Bon Clay. But I don't remember the Mr. 4 and the Mr. 4 girl counterpart that's the loud lady that's just yelling. I don't think they really fight anybody coming up, which the other ones do, but I just don't remember them for whatever reason. But I remember the number 1 and number 2, and all that stuff. But this was kind of a fun scene where all the bad guys are at a cafe, and then they convene at the Dr. Evil lair at Crocodile's house, with all the gators and stuff, and he has trap doors that he pushes buttons and they get dropped into the gator tank. That was pretty funny. It reminded me of Austin Powers. So let's see. There's the bad guys. That was fun. Luffy and Vivi, a tearful vow for comrades. Vivi and Luffy disagree on how to stop the rebel army and Baroque works, leading to a fight. And Luffy like smacks the crap out of Vivi. Like punches her. Remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
They start yelling and arguing, and she like punches Luffy because Luffy's like, so people are gonna die. What are you gonna do? Blah blah blah. Because he's trying to get Vivi to understand that she has to make a tough decision and be decisive and have make a plan, stick to it, and do it, and let's do it now.
Yeah.
Like, be brave in your choice is what he's trying to get across to her. And she's like, bam, punches him. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. How can we let anyone die? Blah, blah, blah. And then Luffy's like, bam, punches her. And he's like, he's like, what do you mean? You know, you have to stand up, make a choice, blah, blah, blah.
Bad Luffy.
Yeah, and then she starts to like choke him out, and she's just like punching him in the face over and over again. You don't remember this?
No, I think I might have fallen asleep.
Oh, that's great. Anyways, then the Alabasta Warfront, City of Dreams, Rain Base. The crew travels to the City of Rain Base to take down Crocodile and Baroque Works, but run afoul of Smoker and Tashigi. So yeah, I don't really remember. I think we kind of already went over that. That's when they just got chased through the city, that episode, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Trap in a desperate situation, breaking into Rain Dinners. So Rain Dinners is a very weird name for a place. But I gotta say, I love the aesthetic of a casino in One Piece. Like, I wish we had more time to, because basically they're just taking down what you'd call a mobster crime boss, which is kind of fun. And that's what I really like about Crocodile as a character, is that he's just like a bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, he just wants power and money. Well, he goes over his plan, kind of. He says, that's what I want. He just wants to have his own country. He just wants to have power. I don't think he doesn't really say money. He just wants to be like, you know, a powerful figure in this country. And he doesn't want to be like the richest or the strongest, like physically.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to be the most powerful. That's what I think is cool about him. He's just like a bad guy, and he'll do whatever it takes to get it. And he has this whole scheme of Baroque Works, which is cool, to have like a faceless, you know, it's cool to think about how they got this thing started. Like, it's just a faceless boss, and you just follow his orders, and you're ranked in a certain way, like a pyramid scheme for Mob.
Yeah,
What do you think about Crocodile?
I think that he is a garbage person.
Yeah, he's forcing a country to fight each other. Like, he's manipulating everybody. He's a master manipulator.
He reminds me of Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good comparison.
He's a shitty ass person. I could see Donald Trump trying to feed people to crocodiles.
Yeah, you just hook him right in the pussy.
Ew.
Because he's got a hook hand.
Yeah. Oh, well, I forgot about that. But
oh, you didn't remember that Crocodile has a hook hand?
No.
Even though the last thing we saw was Luffy literally dangling from his hook.
Oh, yeah,
with
you're
his
right.
pierced through his chest.
Yeah, worried about that, but not too worried because I know there's like a million more episodes.
Well, who knows if Luffy survives? Maybe the rest of the crew goes on. How do you know?
I just know.
Okay.
First of all, we haven't even gotten to the One Piece video game yet, so...
Yeah.
Oh, well.
The one I have is I have a PlayStation 2 copy of One Piece Grand Battle over here.
Oh, is that the one from when you're trying to... it's the guy with the claws?
Yeah.
And the princess, and he's trying to kill her, and...
Yep. Captain Kuro.
Yeah.
With the long blades. Klahadore, that's his name. That Kara, right? Kara is the girl, I think. Something close to that. Usopp's girl, but
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, that's what I have. That game sitting over here, like as a like
decoration.
a decoration.
For some reason, he thinks that it's a decoration.
Well, it's cool. It's vintage.
He thinks.
Okay, I know for fact. All right. Anyways, what were we talking about? Go ahead. Tell me about. Oh, we're talking about you're comparing Donald Trump to Crocodile from One Piece.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's all I really had to say about it. I just think that he's like a pure evil person, like Donald Trump.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Crocodile is way cooler than Donald Trump. Let's be honest.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying he's evil like him.
Yeah, and he's a sand god, pretty much. He's made of sand, which is very hard for Luffy to fight.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that are very hard for Luffy to fight. Smoke, sand.
And we haven't figured out...
That guy that like fell apart whenever the clown guy, Chopper. maybe.
He had the chop fruit. You talking about?
Yeah. I'm
You
talking
talk about
the clown.
Buggy.
Yeah.
Buggy the clown, which we haven't seen Buggy in a little bit. He got like captured, didn't he? Or something happened to him. Oh yeah, Smoker caught him, I think, at Logtown. Oh yeah, because he caught him in the smoke. I remember. Yeah. So, anyways, going back to our story, just to kind of get it streamlined. So they get trapped. They fall for a trap as they're running through the casino. Oh yeah, we do see another. Like later on, they have the One Piece film Gold, which we'll watch at some point, which is way down the line. But that is also a story about a big casino owner tycoon guy, which is cool, and it's a great aesthetic, I think, for to have like a Las Vegas in the One Piece world, which is what they go to in that movie. It's pretty cool. But I love that kind of having that in One Piece, because in Japan, like slot machines and stuff are like huge. You know, they have like whole small cafes where they just play like slot machines, and that's like all that's in there. I guess it's kind of just like we have the stops, the Choctaw
travel stops.
Yeah, the Travel Plaza stops that have just small casinos in them. Basically, those are all over Japan. They're not as bright and colorful like as ours are. Well, at least the ones depicted in like movies and stuff I've seen aren't as bright and colorful. But so they go to their casino. They get kind of ushered through this hallway, and there's like one that says pirates, not pirates.
Luffy's like,
we're pirates.
I'm gonna be a dumbass, and then his whole team follows him because we follow dumbasses.
Right, his instincts were wrong in this point.
Yeah,
like before he said, "I just trust my instincts," and he punched Mr. 3, who was in the forest. He made multiples of himself, and he punched the right one. He said, I just used my instincts, and his instincts were wrong in this scenario to go for pirates. So they get trapped in a cage at Sea Prism Stone, which they touch. And what Crocodile says in this is that Sea Prism Stone is a very rare mineral. But this shit is all over One Piece. After it's introduced, Sea Prism Stone is like, and everyone has it. So
really.
So it's like it's a very rare mineral, but literally everyone has something Sea Prism Stone. I mean, you kind of have to, because it's the only thing that neutralizes Devil Fruit powers.
Yeah. To
where you can be captured. Like they put handcuffs on you that are Sea Prism Stone and stuff like that. So not very rare, Crocodile, unless we just, everywhere that Luffy and them go, that's the only people that have it.
Yep.
So then they have the banana gators that are, for some reason, it's just funny that they have a banana on their head. Like the structure of their head is a banana, so that's funny. So then we get to they're trapped, and Vivi is the only one that's not in the cage as he's trying to get the key back
from the crocodile.
From the crocodiles, and then Sanji. We forget about Sanji because we're so wrapped up, which is great. I forgot about Sanji and Chopper. I was like, oh my gosh, because they're just kind of so separated that you don't think about, like, you think about how these people are going to get out of the situation, because that's usually what happens. But we have friends, and that aren't captured, and then they do something, like Sanji calls and he brings up the Crap Cafe again, which is a great line, Mr. Prince and the Crap Cafe, and then he tricks Crocodile into going outside chasing Chopper. He comes in, breaks the bridge, beats up all the gators, and then Mr. 3 is still alive, thankfully. He sealed himself in
the wax
cocoon. And what was so cool is that Crocodile never he had the key with him the whole time. Remember that? The key that he threw was a fake key. He said that to Nico Robin. He said, well, I had it's futile to even try to get the key because I had the right key with me the whole time. I would never give them an opportunity to get the key. I was like, oh my gosh, what a brilliant plan.
Yep.
Mastermind. Master manipulator. But luckily, Mr. Wax Fruit can mold his finger into the exact shape that needs to open doors. Pretty cool. So they escape the cage, and they flee, and they finally get free from the cage.
So why did Mr. 3 help them? Is it because he's mad at Crocodile for kicking him out?
No, Sanji beat him up.
Oh, okay.
Because he was like, haha, because he like threw the key somewhere. And then he was like, yeah, I don't know why you want to help the Straw Hats. Or he said, I don't know who you are, but if you're friends of the Straw Hats, you're no friends of mine. So he throws the key, and then Sanji just beats him up, and he makes him do it. Because you see him opening the door, and it shows his face, and he's all beat up and bloody and bruised. And it's like, okay, Sanji just beat him up until he said, okay, I'll open the gate, the cage. So they get free, and they're trying to race to like Alabarna now, which is where they're gonna meet the rebel army and the King's army. I guess what would you call that? I guess it's just the King's army.
Yeah.
The country's army and the rebel army, led by I don't remember what his name is.
Her childhood friend.
Her childhood friend. Kubo. Kubo and the Strings. Let's see if I can find his name real quick. Megan Vamp.
Vamp? What the hell does that mean?
You ever see like Family Guy where he has to play that piano? Like he says, the guy comes out and he falls down and he's like, Vamp.
I don't remember that.
Okay. No, it doesn't say like any of these. These are just quick summaries I'm looking at. Yeah. It doesn't really say.
Well, I don't think it's that important yet anyway.
Yeah, you guys know who it is. He's the leader of the rebel army. And there's a scene where Mr. 2 pretends to be the king and he tricks everyone. Yes,
that was crazy to me.
Because you thought the king, I thought it was the real king. I
did too.
I thought he had some weird plan that he was trying to do. And I was like, what's he doing right here? What's he supposed to be accomplishing with this speech? I thought he had some plan. But really, he was just sabotaging he was making the king look like a jerk. And then it's revealed that it was Mr. 2. And I was like, oh my God, I forgot that Mr. 2 I forgot that he had already touched his face so he could be the king.
Yeah.
And we set that up earlier, which is a great writing to have Vivi see her dad's face, on the Straw Hats boats whenever he's just showing off his skill, like that he can show faces. So we knew that he could already do it.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to think, well, how did he get close to the king and touch his face? We already knew that he had done it. So it's pretty cool that it was set up like that.
I completely just forgot that Mr. 2 could do that.
Yeah.
Forgot that was his power.
He could transform his whole body. So he knows exactly how big the king's wing he is. And how big Luffy's is, and how big...
You're the worst.
What? He showed Nami's boobs to everyone.
Yeah, I know.
That was funny.
That was not.
What, is that sexual abuse?
Yes.
Sexual assault on Nami's part? You can't just do that.
Yeah, you can't. He should be arrested.
He's going to impel down, which is like which is like Azkaban of One Piece.
Well, good.
So that happened. Excuse me. Then let's see. Okay, so Vivi and them are escaping, and Crocodile's chasing them because Luffy and them get on this big crab thing. And they're able to run away.
Yep.
But Nico Robin and Crocodile are chasing them down, and then Crocodile thinks he has Vivi, but then Luffy switches places with her. He knocks the sand away, and then Vivi's safe, but he lands and he's like, I'm gonna beat up Crocodile. So the stage is set for a big fight between Crocodile and Luffy. Mm-hmm. And you're like, oh man, this is gonna be epic. And Luffy says he's gonna kick your ass 5 times.
Yep. You're like, Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
We know what's gonna happen. You're gonna get your ass whooped for 4 episodes, then you're gonna come back and get him somehow.
But how?
So
it's a pretty cool fight. There's a lot of Luffy trying real hard, punching real hard. And it's what's crazy is that Crocodile is pretty fast because Luffy has to dodge his attack once, and he's like, whoa, he's almost stunned by it because Crocodile is pretty fast. But he's not like super powerful. He just has a good devil fruit.
Yeah.
Because he knows that Luffy can't really hurt him, so he doesn't try to punch. He doesn't try to like dodge any attacks. He just lets Luffy punch through him like with the sand.
Yeah, and then he makes quicksand and.
Yep, and a big old tornado that blows him away.
Yeah, I don't see how Luffy's gonna win, but.
And Luffy gets sucked up. Remember his arm got like super dried out?
Oh, yeah.
That was gross.
That tiny barrel of water. I don't understand how that thing still has water.
I don't know, but he like drank a lot of it, and guess what? His arm was like,
yep.
He like, it like veined out and everything, like got all buff. I was like, whoa.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
That's like me on a normal day.
Yeah, that buff.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even have to drink water.
Nope.
Jeez. I don't think I've seen that, but
you have.
Oh, I'm just trying to forget. Okay. Can't say that, what she said, but...
I'm not. That's why I did it silently.
So that's where we are. Luffy was fighting, and he got beat up. And he got stabbed with the hook, and now he's like hanging there, and it's very disturbing.
Yeah, I don't know how he's gonna live.
He's like dripping blood everywhere.
Ugh.
Remember that? It makes that sound like... Blurp, blurp.
I remember. I don't know how he's gonna be okay, but somehow he's gonna have to be okay.
Yeah, he's a strong boy. I was very shocked when I saw this for the first time.
I was
how
shocked
bad
too.
Luffy get beat up. Huh?
I was shocked too.
Yeah, because it makes sense though, because he can't really hit Crocodile. If Crocodile was solid,
mm-hmm.
He may already be beat, but it's just the fact that he has such a strong devil fruit power.
Yep, and Luffy's gonna have to figure out a way.
Yeah, he's gonna have to, what do you think he's gonna do?
I really honestly have no idea. I've thought about it, I really have. That night that we watched it, I was trying to think of a way that he could get out of it. And then I was like, well, maybe Sanji will come back. And then I was like, well, he can't do shit either. Neither can Zoro. Something's gonna have to, happen that we don't know about yet. I don't know.
See, and this is the thing. I know what happens at the end of this, arc.
Mm-hmm.
Or the end of this story. But this part, I don't remember what happens that helps Luffy out exactly. I mean, I remember sort of in a way. It's like a dream, that you have a dream, mm-hmm. and you're like, this is what happened in my dream, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think this is what happened. Maybe I know it was a dream. I don't remember for sure, but so that's kind of it's a foggy memory. So I kind of think I know what's going to happen, but I don't want to really try to say it because in case I'm right, and I'll spoil it for you because it is a good mystery. Yeah. It's a good episode to end on because it's like it's a cliffhanger for us and for the people listening to hear what we think about what happens after this. So, yeah, I guess that's probably it. We've talked about everything we can that we're up to. Do you think you're going to be more interested to watch, Megan?
Yeah, because I am interested. I just hate watching it so late because I don't want to pay attention to something so late,
Yeah, I'll try to put it on a little earlier.
Yeah,
maybe we'll watch it before we watch
it. You don't like to watch it when we eat, but that's when I like to watch it.
Yeah,
because Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I don't really have to watch as intently. And I'd rather do that one later at night where I can just scroll through it.
Yeah.
Or scroll to and watch it.
I know. I don't like to eat during it though. So I guess we'll have to just do that. I like to eat with we're backwards because I like to eat during the funny stuff that I can eat and I can look down. I don't have to pay attention to as much.
Mm.
But One Piece, I want to be able to just watch it without having to look around. Like if I'm eating, I have to focus on eating and I can miss some stuff or I can be distracted a little bit. But when it comes to to Brooklyn Nine-Nine, it's just a funny show. I can hear it and I can eat, and it's like, okay, it's not as important to follow the story, quotes, you know what I mean? That's where we differ. But if that'll work better for you, I think we'll do that, because I've already seen it, and it's not that big of a deal. It's not like that distracting to be eating and watching it at the same time, but that's just like a personal preference type thing, I guess.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. And this podcast is only bi-monthly, so we have 2 more weeks to watch some episodes.
Yeah.
So we'll get it
figured out.
Yeah, we'll at least watch 15 more episodes. Because, I mean, it felt like we didn't watch hardly any. And I was like, compared to, the first 2 episodes were like 40 episodes each we watched. And so this time it was like, I thought we'd only watch like 5 episodes, but it's like 15. I was like, oh man, we've watched more than I thought. So we can at least watch 15 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. It's a short one because we only watched 15 episodes, and we kind of went through everything that I feel like we needed to talk about. If we missed anything, or you guys want to hear more of certain things, let us know, because we're just kind of winging it, and we don't really have an idea of what people want to listen to or what they want from this podcast. So we just kind of wing it, talk about what we want to talk about, and hit the topics we want to hit. Just kind of a synopsis and general thoughts type of things, what we do. So let us know. Leave a like if you enjoyed. I'm Jamin.
I'm Megan.
And we're out of here. Thanks for listening. Bye.